Hey guys, I know it's been a couple weeks since I did a video, so I thought I'd give you an update what's going on with the bike. I started making a video earlier and ran out of battery power, so take two. Anyhow, a couple things I did over the last week or so. First thing I did is I shortened up the handlebars. I still haven't decided if I'm going to go with a Clubman style bar or if I'm going to go with a clip-on or use the ones that I have. I'm still not 100% sure, but I knew that the ones I had were way too long. So I shortened them up about 6 inches each side, and it looked a lot better. And if I decide not to use these bars, they'll still make a really cool looking speedway bar if I do a bobber or something like that, or maybe even a flat tracker. Anyhow, on the rear tail section, I went ahead and fixed the areas that I didn't like. Went ahead and cut the bottom of the rear tail section out, that way I can put a battery and stuff underneath. And I took the metal and folded it over and kind of beat it in a submission and got my lines I wanted. So today I'm going to go ahead and take fiberglass, and I'm going to go ahead and, if you notice right in here, there's a seam. Instead of taking this thing down to the shop and re-welding it, so on and so forth, I'm just going to take some fiberglass and go over with it, because I also had to detach this area to go ahead and make those sections work. So I'm going to have to put fiberglass in here to go ahead and put these two as one piece again, and of course I'm going to fill in right here with fiberglass and all that. But I got the tail section to sit pretty much where I want now, and I'm actually happy with it again, so I don't have to remake the whole thing. And of course I did the same thing on this side. And I also attached the seat pan to the frame itself now using screws. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiberglass over these to make them in permanent position, and then you just bolt in with nuts on the bottom side. I got two there and then one in the back. So that's where I'm at the moment. Also, and I'm going to put the camera down for this, I made a rear fender section, or actually a splash shield. Originally I was worried about, with right in here, water coming off the tire and getting into the carburetors and stuff. So I took the old fender that sat obviously back here. I made a mount so it's going to sit just like that. That way it will keep water from getting up into the carburetors and things like that. And of course it'll be out of the way of the chain and all that. I thought about just taking a piece of aluminum and putting it right here and kind of forming it that way it wouldn't hit the tire. But then once I realized the cutout I was going to have to make right here for the chain and all that, I thought it just wouldn't look right. So I was looking at it and I thought that'll look pretty cool. So that's going to go in there, and of course it's already chromed. So it'll clean up really nice and sit in there without a problem. Other than that, I'm really not that much farther with it. I took the motor out because I'm getting ready to take it down and start going through it. That's next on the list. I can start ordering parts for it that I need probably by next week, at least I hope. And of course parts for the sandblasting cabinet I need to order too. Welder, well, I don't know if I'm going to give up on this welder or not. I still haven't decided. I got the parts in to fix it, but I haven't put them in yet because, yeah, I'm still not sure what I'm doing with that. Exhaust wise, well, I've got the pieces. I'm going to work on that probably middle of the week or so. And of course last week I made my brackets to mount the rear sets on. So once I get the tail section done the way I want it, I got to take these, and these will go weld on right there. That way I can put the rear sets on. So brackets are made for those. I got a bracket for each side made, and then I made the bracket to hold the rear splash guard on, you know, the old rear fender. This is going to go up underneath the seat. I had to contour it to match the fender, and then I'm going to weld it on too. So I got to take the frame down and weld it up, and then once I weld those pieces on, I've got the body work to do on the frame, you know, cleaning up all the welds and making it look pretty, and then the frame will be ready for paint. Rear tail section, hopefully by the end of today, will be ready for paint. And tank, well, I still have to get the sandblasting cabinet done before I can go ahead and get it ready for paint. But I made a little bit of progress over the last couple of weeks, just little stuff here and there, because I really haven't had a whole lot of time for the bike. But I want to try to make it a priority again and get back on it and see if I can't finish it up soon. I really wanted to make a car show that happens in Bakersfield in March, and obviously I'm not going to make that. So if I have it done by end of summer, I'll be happy. We'll see how it goes. Anyhow, I'll show you some more progress a little bit later on, and we'll go from there. Okay, I got some progress on the pan. As you can see, I got the areas that needed fiberglass glassed up, and I got the lines a lot better that run along the frame. It sits square, it looks a lot better. I fiberglassed the bolts in, so now it's bolt on. I still have some reinforcing to do underneath, which is my project today, and then I'm going to start the actual true bodywork of it. And I put it in primer so I can see the little dings and dents that have to come out of it. I've got a little bit of dolly and hammer work that I need to do, and I'm also going to do that today. So I'm hoping by the end of today I'll have most of the bodywork done on the back section. So I'll show you some progress after I get a lot of that done. Well, I've got another layer of Marglass on it, and it's starting to really take shape and starting to look really good. Hopefully I'll have it ready for finish sanding by the end of the day, but it's coming along really good. I am going to have to use some regular body filler to get all the little minor details taken care of in it, but so far so good. I'll give you an update a little later on today. So the rough bodywork is done. I still have a lot of fill and sand to do, things like that, but it's turning out really good. I got my gaps pretty close to what I wanted, but you know, this is my first bike from ground up, and this is the first time I've actually done true bodywork on a bike, making my own tail sections and stuff out of metal, so I didn't expect it to be perfect. So but I'm happy with it. I got a lot of fill and sand to do. I shot some primer on it, and of course the nozzle and the can stuck wide open, and I got some runs in it, but that's alright. That's why it's fill and sand primer. Anyhow, I got a lot more to do on it, but that's a finished product so far. Turned out pretty good. Anyhow, until next week, I'm going to post this video here in a few minutes, and I'm going to work on the tank. And frame next, I'll have the sandblasting cabinet up and ready by next week. Oh, and one of the things that I picked up at the yard sale I told you guys about a couple videos ago, my swamp cooler. It's nice and warm today, so that thing's just working awesome. I'm going to be really happy with it during the summertime. Anyhow, as I said, I'm going to post this video here in a little bit, and I'll have an update probably within the next couple weeks.